Section 7.3. Okay, now none of the homework problems actually involve section 7.3, so I got this problem out of the notes. And this problem really said something like n equals 42. I just dropped it down to n equals 29 so that we could talk about it like it was a t-test. So, all right, person made claim. And then some other person did survey. That's two people involved, so I know it's a test. It's a numbers question. How many pets do you own? And n is 29. That's how I know I'm going to go with t-test on this. All right, I got to write some hypotheses. Less than or equal to. Good, they said less than or equal to this time. Mu less than or equal to 3. That's what they said. The opposite of that is there. All right, time to go to the calculator. I've decided I'm going into t-tests. Again, I want stats. I don't want data. Mu0, other person. Okay, the other person is the one that said less than or equal to 3, so that's where that goes. X bar, that's me. I'm going to put 3.9. S is 0.8. Okay, I think number 5 on the homework says, even when you're doing a z-test, no one ever gives you sigma, just go ahead and use S. All right, n is 29. And then I'm down here to H1. Okay, choose one that matches up with H1. That's the greater than sign. You can never, ever match anything in H0 because they all have an equal sign, and that's not one of your choices. And I usually say get Z, get P, but this is actually get T, which is kind of, it's Z with some fudge factor on it. And P, 7.8 to E negative 7. If you just write down 7.82 and then compare that to 0.05, you're like, wow, that's a big number. Okay, you have to pay attention when your calculator tells you this E negative 7 because that's scientific notation. That's 7.82 times 10 to the negative 7. Or that's if I move the decimal point over 7 places. This is the number we're talking about. Okay, so it's really important to pay attention. If it gives you an E, you got to write that part down as well. Compare that, 0.000000782, compare that to 0.05. Every single time I do this, I'm going to compare it to 0.05. Okay, and that's, again, like I said, the industry standard. I don't have to look that up in a table or anything. I'm always going to write 0.05 right there in that spot. And it is less than 0.05. This is the p-value for this problem, and this is the chance that this person up here knows what they're talking about. So that if the chance that they know what they're talking about looks like that, they don't know what they're talking about. I write down reject H0. I've just rejected what they said. Okay. All right. The p-value, well, actually, Fauci just mentioned a p-value like yesterday on the news. Okay, a p-value is like the standard for statistics. And I think his p-value, when he came up with a p-value, is like 0.001 or something like that. He was trying to tell you something in that, and this is the kind of thing he was trying to make you think of. He was doing drug testing, and so that's like next week. You're going to see that anyway. If this p-value had come out to be something larger, okay, if this p-value had come out to be 0.395 or something like that, okay, no scientific notation, just 0.395. When I go 0.395, 0.395 is not less than 0.05. I'd have had to say that's greater than 0.05. And that's when you think, okay, I don't want to reject H0. The opposite of reject isn't accept, it's fail to reject. Accept makes it sound like you agree with this person, like they're the smartest person you've ever met, and you just believe everything they say. Fail to reject, this reject says, publish a big article saying what idiots they are. Fail to reject says, slink back to your office and never mention that you ever thought of this study in the first place. Okay, this fail to reject is what you write if you're not going to write reject.